Imagine a city bathed in sunlight, its buildings gleaming white against the azure sky. The sun casts a golden hue, illuminating the pristine facades and creating a mesmerizing contrast with the deep blue above. This is a place where history and modernity intertwine seamlessly. This is Tel Aviv's White City, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Recognized globally for its architectural significance, it stands as a testament to human ingenuity and the pursuit of aesthetic perfection. Over 4,000 buildings, constructed in the 1930s and 1940s, showcase the Bauhaus architectural style. This style, characterized by its simplicity, functionality, and elegance, was brought to life by architects who fled Europe, bringing with them a vision of a new world. These structures are not merely concrete and steel. They are a testament to a dream that was meticulously crafted, with each line and curve telling a story of hope and aspiration, a dream of modernity, of a new life in a new land. The Bauhaus buildings symbolize a break from the past and an embrace of the future, reflecting the optimism and forward-thinking spirit of their creators. The White City emerged from the desert sands, a beacon of hope for Jewish immigrants fleeing Europe. These pioneers transformed barren land into a thriving urban center, driven by their determination and vision. It stands as a symbol of their resilience, their creativity, and their vision for a brighter future. Each building is a piece of a larger narrative, a story of survival and triumph against the odds. Today, the White City continues to captivate visitors with its unique blend of architectural innovation and historical significance. Tourists from around the world come to marvel at the harmonious blend of form and function, and to walk the streets that once echoed with the footsteps of dreamers. Let us explore the story of this remarkable urban landscape, a landscape that is not just a collection of buildings, but a living, breathing testament to the enduring human spirit and the relentless pursuit of dreams. The story of Tel Aviv's White City begins in the 1920s, a time of great change and innovation. Jewish immigrants, many of them architects trained in Europe, arrived in Palestine, then under British mandate. These individuals brought with them not just their hopes and dreams, but also their architectural expertise and a vision for a new kind of urban living. They carried with them the ideals of the Bauhaus, a revolutionary design school that originated in Germany. The Bauhaus was more than just a style. It was a philosophy that sought to unify art, craft, and technology. The Bauhaus movement rejected ornamentation and embraced functionality, simplicity, and clean lines. This approach was a radical departure from the ornate styles that had dominated European architecture for centuries. Faced with a housing shortage and inspired by the Bauhaus principles, these architects set out to create a new city from scratch. They saw an opportunity to build a city that was not only modern, but also humane, a place where people could live comfortably and efficiently. They envisioned a modern metropolis that would provide a better life for its inhabitants. Their designs incorporated open spaces, communal areas, and buildings that were oriented to maximize natural light and ventilation. Using reinforced concrete, a novel material at the time, they constructed buildings that were both functional and aesthetically pleasing. This material allowed for greater flexibility in design and contributed to the distinctive look of the city. The use of white plaster, which reflected the intense Mediterranean sun, gave the city its distinctive name, the White City. This choice of material not only kept the buildings cooler, but also created a cohesive and striking visual identity for the city. Today, Tel Aviv's White City stands as a testament to the vision and ingenuity of those early architects. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, celebrated for its unique blend of functionality and beauty. The legacy of the Bauhaus lives on in the city's streets, a living museum of modernist architecture. The principles of the Bauhaus continue to influence urban design around the world, but nowhere is their impact more evident than in Tel Aviv. The White City remains a vibrant, dynamic place where the past and present coexist in perfect harmony. To understand the White City, we must first understand the language it speaks, the language of the modern movement in architecture. Born out of the social and technological changes of the early 20th century, the modern movement sought to break free from the past. It rejected the ornate and often impractical styles of previous eras, favoring instead a more functional and minimalist approach. Key principles of the modern movement include a focus on functionality, the use of new materials like steel and reinforced concrete, minimal ornamentation, an emphasis on open spaces and natural light, and simple geometric forms. These principles are embodied in the White City's buildings, which were designed to be both aesthetically pleasing and highly functional. The White City is a treasure trove of architectural gems, each one a testament to the ingenuity of its creators. This area, located in Tel Aviv, is renowned for its unique collection of over 4,000 buildings built in the Bauhaus or International style. These structures were designed by German Jewish architects who immigrated to the British Mandate of Palestine after the rise of the Nazis in the 1930s. The White City was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2003, recognizing its outstanding universal value and the exceptional preservation of the modern movement in architecture. Let's take a closer look at some of the most notable buildings and the architects who designed them. Each building not only reflects the architectural trends of its time, but also tells a story of the cultural and historical context in which it was created. The Bauhaus Center, designed by architect Karl Rubin, is a prime example of the Bauhaus style. This style, which originated in Germany, emphasizes functionality, simplicity, and the use of modern materials. The Bauhaus Center serves as a hub for those interested in learning more about this influential movement, offering exhibitions, tours, and educational programs. Its clean lines, asymmetrical facade, and use of horizontal windows are typical of the movement. These design elements were intended to create a sense of openness and light, breaking away from the more ornate and heavy styles of the past. The horizontal windows, in particular, allow for maximum natural light to enter the building, creating bright and airy interiors. Next, we have Dizengoff Square, originally designed by architect Genia Averbuch. This square is not just a central point in the city, but also a social and cultural hub where people gather for various events and activities. This iconic square features buildings with rounded balconies, a distinctive feature of the International style, a branch of the modern movement. The rounded balconies not only add an aesthetic appeal, but also provide functional outdoor spaces for residents. The design of Dizengoff Square reflects the modernist principles of form, following function, and the integration of indoor and outdoor living spaces. And then there's the Engel House, designed by architect Zeev Rector. This building is one of the earliest examples of the International style in Tel Aviv and has been meticulously preserved to maintain its original features. This building showcases the use of pilotis, or thin columns that raise the building above ground level, a common feature in modernist architecture. The pilotis not only elevate the structure, creating a sense of lightness and space, but also allow for better air circulation and the creation of communal spaces underneath the building. These are just a few examples of the architectural wonders that await visitors to the White City. Each building is a piece of a larger puzzle, contributing to the unique character and charm of this area. The White City is a living museum of architectural innovation and a testament to the vision and creativity of its designers. Each building tells a story, not just of architectural innovation, but also of the people who designed and lived in them. The White City is not just a collection of buildings. It is a vibrant community where history, culture, and modern life intersect. As you walk through its streets, you can feel the legacy of the past and the promise of the future, all encapsulated in the timeless beauty of its architecture. While the White City draws heavily from the Bauhaus school, it's not a mere imitation. The architects, inspired by the Mediterranean climate and local traditions, adapted the Bauhaus principles to create a unique regional style. They incorporated elements like balconies, loggias, and flat roofs to provide shade and encourage outdoor living. This fusion of Bauhaus functionality with local aesthetics resulted in a style that was both modern and contextual. The buildings were designed to be in harmony with their surroundings, maximizing natural light and ventilation while providing shade from the intense sun. This sensitivity to the local climate and culture is a hallmark of the White City's architecture. The White City, once gleaming white, faces the challenges of time and urban development. Pollution, neglect, and the pressures of a growing city have taken their toll on these architectural treasures. However, there's growing awareness of the White City's significance and the need to preserve it for future generations. Preservation efforts are underway, with many buildings undergoing restoration. The challenge lies in balancing preservation with the needs of a modern city. How do you maintain the architectural integrity of these buildings while also adapting them to the demands of 21st century living? This is a question that Tel Aviv continues to grapple with as it seeks to preserve its architectural heritage. The White City stands as a testament to the power of architecture to shape not just buildings, but also lives and cities. It's a reminder that even in the face of adversity, humans can create beauty and hope. The White City's legacy extends far beyond Tel Aviv. Its influence can be seen in cities around the world, from Miami Beach to Shanghai, where architects have drawn inspiration from its unique blend of modernism and regionalism. As a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the White City serves as a beacon, reminding us of the enduring power of architecture to inspire, innovate, and shape our world.